Hey designers, and welcome to Transformation Tuesday. It is time for my weekly weigh-in, so stick around. Been with the channel for any length of time, then you know Transformation Tuesday has kind of been on a hiatus, but it is time to bring it back. It's time to motivate all of you guys, and it's time to keep me accountable now that I have found a little bit of motivation myself. We are transforming to a healthier lifestyle, and yes, a byproduct of that is going to naturally be some weight loss, but I don't want that to be the main focus. If you want to, you can go back and take a look at some of the other Transformation Tuesday videos. I'll have that playlist linked for you down below. We've talked about things such as the importance of consuming more water. We have talked about ways to rev up your metabolism with things such as green tea. We have talked about ways to get active and some healthy type exercises that you can do just to get moving. We have talked about all kinds of things. We've talked about portion control. You name it, we've talked about it and we have covered it. The problem is that somewhere along the way we kind of stalled in our process and lost the motivation to keep going. Then of course we rolled into the holiday season, and well, who wants to diet during holidays, right? But we've got to change our mindset, not about dieting, but just about a healthy lifestyle change and doing really what is best for our bodies. So I am gung-ho and fired up. I want to remind you guys again that we do have a Facebook group. It's called Journey to Health, and I'm going to have that link for you down below as well. I only want you to come over there and join the group if you're serious about weight loss. There was a lot of people, and not just weight loss, but about a healthier lifestyle. There was a lot of people who originally joined the group or tried to join the group that had either been negative, critical, had not been real motivated to do it themselves, but was kind of being more nosy and voyeuristic, just wanting to peek into the group and those kind of things. And that's not what the group is for. The group is for all of you who are really serious about changing your lifestyle habits, and it's a place where we can encourage each other. So if you're interested in joining the group, then by all means click the link down below, send your request to join the group. There is a pinned post in the group that has some guidelines on the behavior for the group. So make sure you read that because I do hold people pretty strict to that and will remove people in a heartbeat if they're picking on others because of their eating choices or picking on them about their weight or all that kind of stuff, because I have found that that is not motivation. I think sometimes we feel like if we pick at people enough or point out enough of what they're doing wrong, that will motivate them to do better. But in my experience, it does just the opposite. It is a negative way to approach a situation where people are already struggling, and very often it makes them feel defeated and it zaps every bit of motivation out of them. They don't even want to continue. So we're real guarded in that group, and it's a safe place for all of you who want to take this journey together. Now you guys will remember, you saw it in the little intro first of all, but if you watched Transformation Tuesdays a while back, then you guys will remember my little jars. I have two of them. The chalk is coming off that one a little bit. Need to fix it, but I've got two labels on here. This was actually an idea I had found on Pinterest to help you track weight loss. On this one, it says pounds to go, and you can see from the side here, I have it filled up with marbles from the Dollar Tree. You can use cotton balls, you can use the little decorative pom-poms, you can use whatever you want. You can use the little decorative stones, whatever you want to fill your jar. In that, you put one marble for every pound that you want to lose, or rock, or pom-pom, or whatever you're using. Every one represents a pound of fat that needs to go, because fat holds toxins, you guys, and it is so dangerous for us to be carrying around all this extra weight. Your second jar is going to be labeled lost or pounds lost, however you want to label that. And the idea is for every pound we lose, we move our marbles into this jar, and as we see the marbles getting lower and lower and lower, hopefully that's going to be motivation to keep going. We want to fill this jar. So I want to just give you that suggestion. I picked these little jars up at the Dollar Tree. I've had them now for several years, but they do still sell them. So you can get something similar to that, or any other kind of little decorative jar. You can just get an old cardboard box, whatever you want. But sit it somewhere in your home where you're going to see it every day. Maybe it's in your bathroom where you brush your teeth or are doing your makeup, getting ready on a vanity if that's where you happen to be. Set it close to your refrigerator if you need to, so that every time you go to get in the refrigerator to grab something you shouldn't have, you'll see your little jars. Put it in your pantry. If you hit your pantry more often during the day for all of those snacks like chips and cookies and all that junk we tend to go for, put your jars in there so that every time you open it to grab something to eat, what we call mindless eating, you're going to see your jars. Or just keep them right out on the counter in your kitchen so that you see them as you're walking through there. Keeping these fresh and in your view will help you remember what you're going for here. So I highly recommend that you get this little jar system or something similar to help you as you track your weight loss. Because if you're like me, I need to see it. If I write it in my planner and I have it written down, then yeah, I may know the next week whenever I get on the scales, but it's kind of like I don't have the visual in front of me every day. And I want these little things here to show me how much fat cells that I have roaming around. Another thing about carrying extra fat cells is this. Not only does it hold toxins in there, but do you know that every fat cell that you have also is a storehouse for estrogen? And that gives you estrogen overload, male or female. And that wreaks havoc on the rest of your hormones. It can wreak havoc on the amount of weight that you're going to lose and how quickly you can lose it, because estrogen is the enemy of all of that. So while yes, we need a healthy amount of estrogen, we don't want to become imbalanced with an overabundance of the estrogen, and fat is the #1 thing that stores that in your body. So we got to get rid of these fat cells for a lot of reasons, you guys. We got to flush out that toxic stuff that's just sitting there eating away at our bodies that can eventually cause other issues like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis. It can cause fibromyalgia. It can even cause cancer. So we need to flush this stuff out. And we need to get our hormones back in balance by flushing out all that extra estrogen. There's too much of it in there. So we're restarting today. How about that? We're gonna kick it off, and I am kicking it off by stepping on the scale. Let me step on here and show you guys what I'm weighing in at today, the first day of the rest of this journey. I'm weighing in at 237.8. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of weight, you guys. Too much weight, not healthy at all. No way, no how. But here's the positive side for me. If you've been following this channel, then you guys know that we have been on a 21-day fast. It ended this past Wednesday. If you follow the vlog channel, you'll know that quite well. If you're not following that yet, you're gonna wanna hop on over there and follow the vlogs. But the fast did end on Wednesday, and I have been super happy with myself because I still have not had sugar except for one marshmallow, only one, at the campfire the other night. You will remember we had a little bonfire. So at the bonfire, I did have just one marshmallow, not even a whole s'more. No chocolate, no graham crackers, one marshmallow, because I just had to have the taste of one so crispy crunchy over the fire, you know, with that little bit of dark brown, almost black edge. You know what I'm talking about. So I did have one of those. It's the only sugar that I've had since we ended the fast. So for 21 days, besides the little weekend we were in Orlando, but for the 21 days, plus now I guess that's another additional 4 days, maybe 5 days, I've kind of lost count, I've been off of the sugar, and that has caused me to drop 10 pounds, you guys. I have dropped 10 during the fast. Matter of fact, it wasn't even on the first day, so I could have even lost a little bit more, but I think it was about the 3rd day of the fast. We all decided to hop on the scale, and I'm digging out some marbles because I'm fixing to change my 10 marbles. We jumped on the scale and I was weighing in at 247. That is, I believe, the heaviest that I have ever been in all of my life. Even at this weight right now, I am heavier now than when I went in the hospital to have either one of my children. So even being 9 months fully pregnant, I did not weigh what I weigh now. And that is just totally unacceptable. And next week, we're probably going to talk about the culprit of sugar. I believe we've already talked about that in the past, but we're going to talk about it again next week. But at any rate, I've lost at least 10 pounds that I know of on the fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 pounds I was able to move over. I am very excited about that. That leaves me about 82 more to go. And I know that seems daunting, but at 1 or 2 pounds a week, which is the healthy way to lose weight, we'll get there before we know it. We just got to plug along. So I have moved my marbles over. My waist this morning is measuring in at 41.5 inches. That is extremely dangerous for heart attacks and other things when you carry your weight around the middle like that. But on the flip side of that, I was at 42.5 when we started this fast. So I have lost a whole inch on my waist over the last about 25 or 26 days. So that is good news for me. I am well on the way. So every Tuesday, we're going to be weighing in and giving you that waist measurement. And we'll see how the progress happens. Don't forget to join that Facebook group if you want to. We're going to help each other out. Comment down below and let me know what changes you're going to make and how you are doing on that process. I want to thank you so very much for joining me today for Transformation Tuesday. Remember, you were created for purpose, so go and be all you can be. I'll see you soon in the next video.